The NFL draft is quickly approaching. We are less than a month until we figure out the decision by the Minnesota Vikings in this upcoming draft. This is one of the most exciting NFL drafts in a long time, and there are new reports coming out every single day of people saying things about which quarterback the Minnesota Vikings are interested in. And then we got this random report that said the Minnesota Vikings might not even draft a quarterback in this year's draft class to begin with. It says, this rumor, the Vikings are preparing for a potential scenario where they start Sam Darnold in the 2024 and look to the 2025 QB class for a new starter. And my first reaction is they brought in Sam Darnold to bring in to be a bridge quarterback for that next rookie quarterback. They did not bring in Sam Darnold to start multiple years for the Minnesota Vikings. And my opinion on this matter is that this report is a report that might be true. They're potentially preparing for Sam Darnold to be the long-term starter in 2024. But the Minnesota Vikings need to draft a quarterback in this year's draft class. The Vikings ownership knows it, the Vikings front office knows it, and the Vikings players know it. There is too much at stake if the Minnesota Vikings don't draft a quarterback in this year's draft class. They need to pick out a guy that they love, whether it's Michael Penix Jr., Bo Nix, J.J. McCarthy, or Drake May, or Jaden Daniels. They need to pick out a quarterback that they love and figure out what they need to do to get their guy. Now, do I believe that the Minnesota Vikings are preparing to start Sam Darnold in 2024? Yes. It takes a long time for quarterbacks to get comfortable in Kevin O'Connell's offensive system because there's so much going on. There is so much required from a quarterback in Kevin O'Connell's system. And Kirk Cousins, you saw the progression that he made in his system, and it took him a while. He finally started getting comfortable in his final year with the Minnesota Vikings in the game that he got hurt in against the Green Bay Packers. He was on a tear, but the first 3 weeks he was 0-3. The Minnesota Vikings hadn't won a game. They lost to the Buccaneers and Chargers at home. Kirk wasn't fully comfortable in that system. It took him time. And Sam Darnold isn't going to be completely comfortable either, but would you rather throw Sam Darnold into a system that he's unfamiliar with, or would you rather throw in a rookie quarterback whose confidence could be completely shaken if he steps onto the field and isn't completely comfortable? I'd rather throw in a guy that's been around the league for a while and, you don't really have much invested in to go out there and throw a bunch of picks than throwing out a rookie quarterback who needs to develop confidence and develop some comfortability back there. There is a lot at stake in this year's NFL draft. And number one is drafting a quarterback. So this rumor that the Minnesota Vikings might wait until 2025 to draft a quarterback is completely idiotic. They need their guy now. And the front office knows they need their guy now. And they are going to do whatever it takes to get their guy. Here's why they need their guy now. In 2025, the Vikings are going to have over $100 million in cap space. That is the perfect time to have a guy ready to start week one, ready to win a Super Bowl. What you don't want is a rookie quarterback stepping into the fold when you have a Super Bowl roster around him. This is what you want. You want a rookie quarterback and you want a Super Bowl roster on the same trajectory. You don't want a Super Bowl roster ready to go and a rookie quarterback not ready to go. That's imbalance. And that's really going to hurt the progression of that rookie quarterback becoming a franchise superstar guy. What you want is a rookie quarterback stepping into the fold now and then being ready to take that team to new heights when that team is ready to go to new heights. Okay? That's what we want. The Minnesota Vikings need to get their guy. That's number one. the Minnesota Vikings roster and quarterback position need to be Super Bowl ready by 2025. Because the future of Kwesi, Kevin O'Connell, probably depends on it. Ownership in the NFL is not very patient. And the Minnesota Vikings, they want a Super Bowl, just like any other team. But the Wilfs, they want to compete for a Super Bowl. And when Kwesi got hired, he came and told them, hey, this is the plan. Just like any general manager interviewing for a position would do. And I guarantee you, the plan wasn't, well, in year 4 or year 5, we'll have a chance. No. The plan was for year 3 to have a chance. Now the plan is to have a big chance in year 4 with the cap space available. So that's why they need a guy now. Also, Justin Jefferson. You want the best wide receiver in the league to see where the team is going with the quarterback position. Just facts. If you want Justin Jefferson to happily sign a contract extension with the Minnesota Vikings, then you need to draft your quarterback now. Not later, not in a year from now, now. You need that rookie quarterback competing with Sam Darnold in training camp, in OTAs, now. Because of what is going to happen in the future. This is a very exciting time to be a Minnesota Vikings fan because the Minnesota Vikings need to make a move. Whether it's selecting Michael Penix Jr. at 11, trading up for McCarthy, Mayer, Daniels, they need to do something because the future of the front office, the future of the squad is dependent on what they do at the quarterback position. So this rumor, nah, that ain't true. Because the Vikings know they need their guy. Thank you for listening to this episode. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. And if you are listening on Apple or Spotify, please rate, review, and follow this podcast wherever you are listening to this podcast. This podcast was presented by Hoagland Farm. Contact Jared at 952-491-1541 for rotationally grazed 100% grass-fed beef. Thank you for listening, and thank you for making this podcast a part of your day.